think I did it. Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Looks like we're good. And jumping right into it.
Yeah, I'm like a pro here. All right, so Falcon versus Wario. I actually feel like this is a pretty even matchup overall. I think Falcon wins the neutral game, and he has a pretty good punish game on Wario. But I think Wario's punish game is a little bit stronger.
Yeah, especially since Neon's is actually pretty, or not Neon's,
Mr.N's
is actually pretty new Falcon.
Yeah, for sure. So CutMet definitely has a decent amount of Falcon experience.
Yeah, he uses the character too,
Yeah.
so I mean, I'd imagine he knows how to exploit everything about that recovery.
For sure. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I guess
He
not, but
could have just rolled or done anything other than
he just wanted to get the
letting go
kill.
of ledge.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And right away, though, we're seeing that that experience coming from CutMet.
Yeah.
Put on a clinic, but this stock's looking a little different. Mr.N's got some good edge guarding, it looks like. He's not really letting him reset neutral very easily.
And one thing I noticed is Falcon's up air seems pretty good against Wario. Because, you know, CutMet is slower, so he has to kind of stay away and try to stay safe and platform camp a little bit. But up air just outranges a lot of Wario's moves.
Yeah. It seems really good in the matchup. Seeing a lot of knees getting just missed or not even coming out in time by Mr.N, so he probably needs to either just kind of cool it with them or just kind of calm down and get a retreating knee, go for a little bit better spacing, because he's been getting punished quite a bit for it.
Yeah,
and right as I say that, he gets one.
Yeah, I think comboing into knee is kind of the key. Like, just going for raw knee. Knee isn't really that fast, so you can go for raw knees, but if you can get, like, a grab into a knee or a down tilt into a knee, like,
because better players aren't going to let you hit it raw.
Yeah. Like, it is relatively safe on shield, actually, but it's still very telegraphed, so they can just move and punish it.
Yeah, CutMet's been kind of jumping around and weaving and then punishing afterwards. Ooh, that was nice, though.
Yeah. Don't know if I've seen that. F-tilt into knee.
Yeah,
That's
he
like
caught him on the startup of that
angled
side B
F-tilt.
or side smash in the air.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So, even in stocks, but Mr.N much higher damage, and yeah, he gets edge guarded. And I think, yeah, CutMet does have a waft currently, so.
Yeah, I saw him
that's
use
gonna
it in a
help as
really
well.
weird time on his second stock, I believe it was. Just kind of just threw it out as like a weird edge guard. I wasn't quite sure what he was thinking with that, but hopefully we can get something a little bit better from it on this one.
Oh, interesting that he goes for up throw. I would have just tried to go for an edge guard there.
I mean, I kind of like the up throw just because you can rack on percent with a decent tech chase, which is what he did there. But I guess against Captain Falcon, you do want to go for the edge guard because he is pretty free off stage.
Exactly.
Ooh,
and
that
actually,
was nice.
It wouldn't be a back throw; it'd be a down throw. But
oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying to correct myself for Wario. Okay.
Ooh. He's just moving so well right now. He's just taking advantage of that aerial speed that Wario has.
Yeah. Overall, actually, a pretty close match.
Yeah.
Closer than I would have probably expected, just given how new Mr.N is with Falcon.
Yeah, he seems to pick up characters pretty fast. I know he used Marth as well as Sheik when I first started playing against him, and then he had a couple other characters. He just seems to kind of just cycle through them, and he's got a really good understanding of the fundamentals of the game, so it makes picking up other characters a lot easier.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, like you can just see he's got an idea of tech chasing, a good idea of when to dash dance and when to actually follow up or just play defensive with the dash dancing, which a lot of people just dash dance and go right in, but he's got a kind of a good understanding of just when to play defensive, which is something you really need as Falcon.
Yeah, definitely.
Just in the game in general. Ooh.
I do think Wario has a lot of trouble pressuring Captain Falcon, actually, just because Falcon is so fast. Like, the more I'm watching this and thinking about it, the more it seems like it might be in Falcon's favor.
That's fair. I can definitely see that because, I mean, getting those combos into knee just off of a neutral win, which is kind of hard for Wario to get, makes it pretty tough. But once again, the edge guarding off stage doesn't make it too bad if it is in more against Wario.
Yeah.
Because right there, I'd say at worst it's probably like a 55-45.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not terrible.
Yeah.
I think as you get to like a higher and higher level, the neutral game becomes more heavily weighted,
right,
in terms of who is going to win the matchup. But we've definitely seen both of them doing some suboptimal edge guarding.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But I kind of like these just like kind of poke and wait methods that CutMet's been using on this last stock.
Yeah, and that's kind of how Wario has to be, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like in the last game he was kind of going in on all of his follow-ups, but on this one he's just kind of holding it back and waiting, and it's been doing some really good work for him this stock.
Yeah, I think one thing for Alvin is there are spots where Falcon doesn't up B, and Alvin could pretty much completely predict where he's going to be at the peak of his up B, but instead he goes for other punishes where he could just like get a kill.
That's fair.
So, like on the last edge guard attempt, he ended up getting the kill, but he could have just guaranteed it instead of grabbing ledge.
Right. And probably thought he'd had a jump there. Kind of an unfortunate SD, but he did have quite a bit percent, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't get in his head.
One thing, I assume CutMet, understands Wario's edge guarding better than I do, but it seems like he should go off stage more than he does.
Right. I've seen him miss 3 or 4 now.
Yeah, and a lot of the time he just waits on stage rather than going off.
Yeah, he seems to be doing a lot better on stage than off stage against Captain Falcon, which is kind of strange. That was a nice edge guard, though. He kind of predicted going high. Just nair for the kill. Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah,
They're going in on this stock.
Okay.
Like, right there, I would have liked to see him kind of just slide off stage and try to hit him before he grabbed ledge.
Yeah. That was another possible opportunity.
Ooh. Mr.N kind of getting desperate, throwing out a raw F smash.
Yeah.
Going for the hard reads, but
Okay.
does get the forward throw to
Last stock.
knee.
Falcon, of course, can always get a 0 to death.
Yeah,
Definitely
Falcon
not
can
like
be
a good
insane.
hero. Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, maybe not. Okay. I think CutMet did have time to follow up with something better rather than letting Mr.N land on the platform.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, his waft is fully charged. I think if he just did the waft, even though it wasn't fully charged, it probably still would have killed with how much of a charge he
Ooh,
had.
there it is. Up tilt to waft.
That's actually one thing where, again, I'm not sure because I don't play Wario, but it seems like you could go for a lot of early wafts because it's still a pretty strong move even before it's fully charged.
Right, and it sends it some
Yeah.
weird angles sometimes, so I feel like it'd be just kind of like, even if you don't get the kill, you put them in a really bad situation.
Yeah, especially if you're near the ledge or if they're off stage and they've already tried to recover.
I kind of like this pick by Mr.N because of the really high blast zone on the top and the 2 short blast zones on the side. And he's really been seeing all of his success off the side with kills for Falcon, so...
I think it is good in terms of the stage dimensions, but I know Alvin really likes this stage because he gets really good combos. Because Wario does well with the large, flat area, and the moving platform usually isn't too bad for him.
That was a nice edge guard right there.
Yeah.
Just kind of missed space that up B by Mr.N and then got punished really hard for it.
Like, I would bet this is Alvin's #1 counter pick.
Really?
Yeah, I think, like, against me, he always picks it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know
And even when
the
I'm playing,
individual,
like, Wolf.
the matchup, like the person counter pick, but I feel like it would be a good matchup for Falcon on this stage. But I guess if Alvin likes it, it almost comes down to, like, who cares if it's good for the character as long as you're comfortable with it,
Yeah, somewhat. I think the platform layout, I don't know how good it is for Falcon. I think Falcon would prefer to have platforms that he can use to get out of combos.
Okay. See, that's interesting because I know I play Smash 4 as well as Rivals and occasionally PM. But the Smash 4 Captain Falcon really likes to have open space and run around. Doesn't really care too much about the platforms, so that's why I kind of like the pick at first. But I can kind of definitely see, like, because of the quicker pace of the game and combo ability, that this might actually be kind of bad for him.
Yeah.
But my instant thought was because of Smash 4 that this would be a good choice.
And I think specifically against Wario, like, I think it could be fine in other matchups. Like, he might prefer a slightly wider stage, like, in terms of the actual ground, not the blast zones.
Okay.
Like, Falcon tends to like Dreamland or PS2 for the layout, just because he's so much faster, so having the extra space gives him an advantage, especially against slow characters. But I think just, like, in this configuration, whenever the platform is, like, up pretty high, I think Wario has a really hard combo game. Sort of like he's demonstrating right now, where he can just tech chase Falcon really hard.
Yeah, you're definitely seeing it a lot on this stock. CutMet's been looking really dominant since he took that second stock last game. Just he hasn't really looked back.
Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, okay. That was weird. I think he might have meant to run off stage and do something. I don't think that jab would have hit
Right.
in
It
any
probably was
in
like
any
a
realm
runoff
of
fair or
possibility.
something.
Yeah. I actually felt like that was the time to get a waft when Falcon was off stage there.
That'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, Mr.N really needed to just try to land on stage there. I think
Yeah.
he would have gotten pretty close.
But that is a 3-0 from
Was that 3?
CutMet. Yep, that was 3.
Oh, okay, what was the second game on? What stage?
Second game was on PS2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first game, I forget what it was on, but second game, Mr.N took first stock.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I probably should have updated the scores. Sorry about that. I apologize, Zach.
Wham wham. But coming up next, I do believe we are waiting on.
Okay, wait, I have the bracket here.
Yeah.
So, Frodo and Trip, they are not playing right now. I don't
Looks
know
like
if
they're
they've
coming
played
up
yet.
right now. Alvin just called them.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the next losers quarters match.
Yo, and Casino Wolf going in on Mr. Z-Man over in the rival setup, though. Let's go.
Okay.